After hearing all that, I feel a bit different.
Different good, different bad.
So, Miss Isolde used to be a soldier, and it seems like she's been through a lot.
Understatement.
Dante, so this is where you went.
Minato? Yuzuha, what are you doing here?
We came just to ask you about a piece of porcelain you found. Of course, we were also kind of worried about you, so we thought we'd check up on you.
If you wanted to cheer him up, Minato, then you shouldn't have mentioned the first part.
Bravo.
That's just how Minato is. Thanks, you guys. I know Mom is worried. What happened to my uncle still haunts her. She doesn't want to put anyone else in danger or see someone sacrifice themselves and not be respected for it. I know how much Mom's been through. Miss Isolde told me that after the fall of the old capital, many military families like ours were left struggling without their main source of support and had to drift from place to place.
Yo, sacrifice himself and no respect to that sounds like education.
But I want to join the defense force to help make it better. Mom had to let go because she couldn't do anything about it. But I want to change that. I want to make sure they never hurt anyone again.
And so...
I'm pretty impressed, Dante. I didn't expect you to think about all this so deeply.
It really is a great dream.
Miss Isolde, what are you doing out here? Are you leaving already?
Yes, I just received a call, and someone from Porcelumex wants to meet with me. They're probably trying to probe the military's position again. I'd better head back quickly. Your mom is worried about you. If you aren't really mad at her, then you should head back soon.
Yeah, I know. By the way, Yuzuha, what was it you wanted to ask about the piece of porcelain?
Where did you...
Do you remember this? Where did you get it from?
Oh, that? I caught it when I was fishing from a boat 3 days ago. It was near that small reef island about 3 kilometers from shore. I was out there for a while and saw the shard drifting from the direction of the hollow.
If I'm not mistaken, this looks like a shard of an obscura. Was it made? I think I get why you came to Silum Bay now. You don't need to explain further. There are some things I'd prefer not to know.
Welcome to the club.
We're relieved to hear that.
I've got a question. Why would an obscura shard drift out from the hollow in the first place? Oh, Lemnian Island is actually connected to several water systems. And there are even underground rivers. This shard probably fell into the water and got swept out with the current. But since the hollow covers such a huge area, it'd be hard to pinpoint exactly where it drifted from.
Well...
Let's have Fairy map out all the nearby hollow exits later. But figuring out exactly which one the obscura shard came from might still take some time.
There is actually a way to calculate where it came from. By the way, Dante, since your mom doesn't want you playing with a Denny gun, and it keeps breaking anyway, why don't you sell it to me? You can use the money to buy a new toy instead.
I mean, sure, I guess. But, Miss Isolde, what do you want a Denny gun for?
Who doesn't?
It might come in handy for these older folks. Here, Miss Bell, take it.
Miss...
Isolde? What are we supposed to...
Raise the gun and fire a shot far out toward the sea, in a direction perpendicular to the shoreline.
That was oddly specific.
toy Denny you fired is floating on the water.
Start timing it now. After a while, it will drift back to shore. But due to the combined effects of the Hollow's changing tides and the wind, it won't come directly back. It'll drift off course. Let me check today's Hollow activity report. It's almost the same as it was the morning of 3 days ago. Plus, the wind speed in the area stays pretty stable during this season, so the conditions should be relatively equivalent.
Interesting.
The toy Denny has about the same density as the Obscura shard. So once we measure where and when the Denny washes ashore, we can calculate the water's flow and work backwards to find the Hollow's exit.
Yo, that's not luck.
I don't really
That's
get what you
analytics.
said, but it sounds like we're pretty lucky.
It's probably thanks to Yuzuha. She's always crazy lucky. Like, if it's raining and she forgot her umbrella, it would always stop by the time school's out. And once, she somehow got an extra bottle of soda every time she bought one from the machine for an entire month. Maybe that piece of porcelain drifted out of the hollow just because Yuzuha needed it.
What's up, Monato? What's with the,
Yo, somebody's got luck.
Oh, it's nothing.
No way! You definitely have something on your mind. Out with it! 3, 2, 1!
It's nothing, really. I just suddenly remembered your last name.
Miss Ukinami's last name? Oh, right. It's different from Dad's surname, Lee. He said it'd sound way too weird if I were named Lee Yuzuha. He wouldn't be able to forgive himself for giving a kid such a ridiculous name. So he gave me a name based on my own story instead.
Confusion?
Mr. Lee sounds like quite the interesting person.
Using yeah.
So, Ukinami is a surname based on your history?
That's right. I drifted in from the sea, and my dad found me on the beach here in Sailoon Bay. Hence, Ukinami, floating on the waves.
Yo, I should do that with my internet history.
I see.
No, wait, that's a bad idea.
Were you in a shipwreck before that?
No, didn't you know? There's actually a dragon palace inside the Lemnian Hollow, and I'm the princess.
What?
Every day, I lived happily under the care of my loyal retainers. But one day, a lost traveler wandered into the palace and told me all about the human world beyond its walls.
I said, hold up, wait a minute, something ain't right.
I decided to leave with him on a whim. But once I arrived in the human world, I forgot where the Dragon Palace was and ended up becoming what you all call an orphan. That kind of sounds like a Lemnian Hollow version of some old legend or folktale.
Yo, I'm still confusion.
Not kinda sounds like.
Oh, come on. Just because you've heard me tell this story before doesn't mean you have to ruin the moment like that. Still, it is kind of amazing. The tide always seems to carry all sorts of things to this beach. Me, that Obscura shard, we both ended up here the same way.
As you wait for the toy Denny to wash ashore, you gaze out towards Lemnian Hollow in the distance, and just like that, a long time passed.
Phew, we finally managed to calculate it. I've nearly forgotten everything I learned about terrain analysis in the military after not using it for so many years.
Thank you for your insights, Mrs. Zold. You've been a great help.
No need to thank me. Miss Timefield, you look much more lively than back at the banquet. Seems being around someone your own age really does make a difference. All right, everyone. I'll be heading off now. Make sure to take care of yourselves.
All right. since we've pinpointed where the Obscura floated out of the hollow, how about we head in and take a look?
Yeah.
Great idea. There's still some time before nightfall. Even just scouting ahead a bit would be good.
Miss Yuzaha, are you going into the hollow? Then take our boat. Mello and Ayuba would be happy to help out however they can.
This is the ship. It ain't big, but she's steady on the water. Oh boy.
For the love of God! Please!
Yeah, don't drown. After entering the hollow from where the Obscura shard had flown out, very quickly discovers tiny pieces of Obscura in a nearby drainage channel. So, you follow the current upstream, searching for the source, and before long...
Ah, there it is! There's a drainage pipe up ahead. We're on the right track. The higher we go up the mountain, the more pipes are buried underground. It's becoming harder to spot them.
Sorry. Fairy can roughly estimate the direction of the pipes, but due to limited holo data of this area, we can't pinpoint their exact locations. Belle, we've cleared out quite a bit of miasma along the way. Are you still holding up okay?
Don't worry, I'm fine.
This place is some distance from the industrial port where porcelain is made, and it's really well hidden.
According to the records, there used to be a materials lab around here that was shut down years ago. It seems the ether concentration in the area remained stable and within safe limits, at least until the miasma started increasing. Due to its advanced facilities, the materials lab once had long-term researchers stationed there, and scholars were often invited to visit as well.
You don't
What
say.
if the lab was never actually shut down, and it was instead turned into an illegal porcelain production facility?
What?
Sounds like something Porcelumex would do. All right, let's keep heading upstream.
By God, let's do this.
Please be aware of ether activity units.
We've been walking forever. We should have run into some enemies by now.
Yeah, we just did.
You actually sound kind of excited about it, Monato.
Path ahead splits in two directions. Both paths lead to higher ground, and water flows into that drainage channel from earlier. Which way should we go? Can we split up? Hold up. Check this out. There are small wheel tracks here. It seems they've been contaminated with nearby miasma. At this concentration, miasma can't multiply and will dissipate to imperceptible levels after a while. Could these traces be recent? Seems super sus. Goddamn the brain rot. Hey everyone, since we don't have any leads on the water, should we check out where these tire tracks lead? Might give us the breakthrough we're looking for. Sounds like a plan. Belle, some of the wheel tracks might not be visible anymore. Try using that insight technique Shifu taught you.
We should be able to stick out some clues around here with our technique.
A clue. A clue. More wheel tracks.
Lead right up to
Whoa, why are there so many wheel tracks here? Looks like people have been moving heavy carts around here a lot. This many tracks don't fade easily. English is hard. Since there are carts coming through here, that means whoever entered the hollow was transporting something. But are they bringing stuff in or taking stuff out? We can't draw any conclusions right now. What's up? Something on your mind? Look here. Do you see these deep wheel tracks? That means they must have been hauling something heavy through here. Oh, well, princess, you're sharper than I thought. Hey, look. Isn't there something on the ground up ahead? It's an access card. Hey, Belle, take that access card with you. It might come in handy.
Let's look around and see if there are any other tracks. Watch out.
Let's
More
see.
Ethereals have appeared.
More than the Ethereals. I'm curious to see if that door up ahead can be opened.
Yo, and if we have to hack it.
Don't get scared. Let's go see once we're done with these.
Beautiful. Alright, let's do this. Yo, do your magic, Bang Boo. Yoink. Yo, I want to make sure I get all the goods. As much of the goods as I can, at least. There we go. Oh shoot, we're gonna die. Well, there goes the perfect run. Oh yeah, give me them dennies. Wait. Boom, there we go. Another one down.
Open. Let's go. More tire tracks here. We're definitely heading in the right direction.
The miasma around here is getting pretty big. And there are more monsters, too. I'll handle this, but take me shopping later.
They were hauling stuff around in a place like this? That's just begging for trouble.
And making double.
Though we're not exactly in a much better spot ourselves.
Wow, Mr. Komano is throwing shade at himself. Whoa, our princess is throwing shade?
Yay!
better if I just keep quiet.
And shade comes from reading. All that shade, honey. All that shade. Shade comes from reading.
More monsters.
Let's wipe them out ASAP and see what clues we can dig up around here. Let's go! Stay on offense! Let's go! Might be a passage behind that miasma.
No damn frogs.
You can't have me! Get on this itching to jump in! Time for a surprise! I see your weakness. Be careful! Don't fight head on!
Well, that happened.
Let's check out what's behind that miasma.
It's some more miasma. Alright, let's see. The elevator goes down. The wheel tracks end here, which means they went to the lower level. Will that card we found earlier work on this elevator? Use card. Now, insufficient card authority. Please use a card with proper clearance and enter the password after the prompt. Not just a key card, but a password too. Since when did this elevator get such high level security? Fairy, got any ideas? I apologize, but the current device is a combination of an offline system and a mechanical encryption system. I cannot effectively crack it. Belle, let's look around and see if there's another way to get through here. Whoa, this place is totally wrecked. Looks like a truck crashed straight through. What was the damage caused by the Ethereals? But the Ethereals we've encountered along the way weren't that strong. They shouldn't be able to cause this much damage. Don't tell me there's a big one lurking around. Man, just thinking about it gives me the creeps. And here I thought those folks were crazy enough hauling stuff around in all this miasma. True, this is such a dangerous place. There's definitely some conspiracy behind this. Looks like there's nothing around here that'll help us power up the elevator. Let's check elsewhere. Looks like there's a bunch of empty boxes stacked up and tire tracks on the ground nearby. It must be the outer packing from whatever they were shipping. And these boxes are all clean. Doesn't look like they've been left in the hollow very long. Great, that settles the question we've had earlier. These people are definitely transporting stuff into the hollow, huh? That's a little odd, though. Did you find anything, though? Look here. The box label claims the contents are thermal insulation materials for construction, but that tends to be very light. So how did it leave such deep tracks? Oh, not bad, princess. So that means the stuff that was in the box doesn't match the label. That's right. They were transporting something else into the hollow with these boxes, and there's just no way whatever was in here is something that can be openly transported into the hollow. That's why they were using fake boxes as cover. But there's nothing around here that'll help us power up the elevator. Let's check somewhere else.